Good morning, children. The lesson, A Legend of the Northland, is going on. In our previous discussion, we had already discussed paragraph number 1 to 8 of this lesson. Before listening this video, you should again listen the first video. Today we are going to discuss paragraph number 9. Then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer, but she could not part with that. You know, the old lady was very miser. She always tried to make a small cake for Saint Peter, but when she baked the cake, she felt the cake is very big. The same process is going on. Then she took a tiny scrap of dough. A scrap is piece, tiny is small. Dough needed flour and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer. A wafer is a small thin round bread. But she could not part with that. Part with means give away. She did not want to give the bread to Saint Peter. Can you tell me why did the old lady take a tiny scrap of dough? The greedy lady wanted to make still a smaller cake for Saint Peter. She wanted to save some flour. Why was the dough rolled flat? The dough was rolled flat to make a especially thin and a small cake. Why did she bake the cake thin as a wafer? She did so as she wanted to save some dough. Explain the following, that is, thin as a wafer means made the cake thin like a wafer to save more dough. For she said, next paragraph, number 10. For she said, my cakes that seem too small, when I eat of them myself, are yet too large to give away. So she put them on the shelf. Shelf is lays inside of an almirah. The old lady thought that whenever she eats the cake. She feels the cake is very small, but when she thinks to give to other person, she feels the cake is very big or large. This is the thinking of the lady. That is why she keeps the cake, puts the cake on the shelf. Can you answer my some questions? Why did her cake look too small when she ate them herself? You can say the old lady was very, very greedy. Her greed made her think so. The cakes she ate looked too small to her. Why did they look too large to give them away? What is meaning of they? They means cake. Listen again my question. Why did they look too large to give them away? The cakes appeared too large to be given away. It reflects the greed of the lady. She could not part with anything. She could not sacrifice even a wafer like cake for anyone. Can you tell me why did she put them on the shelf? At last he decided not to give away any cake to Saint Peter, so she placed all her cakes on the shelf. Flat space made in the wall or cupboard. Can you search a word for this? That is self. Now, paragraph number 11. Then good Saint Peter grew angry, for he was hungry and faint. Faint is weak. It does not mean that he became unconscious. No. Faint means weak. And surely such a moment was enough to provoke a saint. Provoke means incite. INCITE, incite. Saint Peter became very angry to see the activities of the old lady because he was very hungry and weak. He thought it was enough. The act of the old lady was enough to incite the saint. Can you tell me why did a good saint like Saint Peter grow angry? Even a good saint like Saint Peter lost his temper. He had become weak with traveling and fasting. He just asked for a single cake. The lady did not oblige him. It made Saint Peter angry. This is the reason. My second question to this paragraph: was such a woman enough to provoke a saint? How? The old lady lacked honesty and decency. She did not want to oblige even a saint. She could not part even with a wafer like cake, means very a small cake. Surely her greed and her insulting behavior provoked or incited a noble saint like Saint Peter. The old lady, here you see, the old lady is very greedy by nature, and Saint Peter has human like nature. You should remember the word provoke means incite. This is very important word in this paragraph. See paragraph number 12. And he said, "You are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter, and fire to keep you warm." Saint Peter became very angry. He said to lady that she was very selfish, who lives or dwell in means lives in human form, in the shape of human body. To have both food and shelter, she had food and shelter, place for protection, and fire to keep you warm, and she has fire to keep herself warm. After all, she was greedy. Who says this? Saint Peter says. Why was Saint Peter provoked, incited? Saint Peter was provoked by the insulting behavior and greed of the old lady. My second question to this paragraph: what did he say to the greedy woman? He told the lady that she was too selfish. She did not deserve to be a woman and a human being. She did not deserve food, shelter, and other comforts of human life. My next question to you, to this paragraph: do you agree with the words of Saint Peter? If yes, why? Yes, you can be agree with the words of Saint Peter. The old woman was a disgrace to womanhood. Can you explain the phrase dwell in human form? She did not deserve to be a human being. She was a disgrace to womanhood. Paragraph number 13. Now you shall build as the birds do, and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all day in the hard dry woods. Saint Peter In these lines, in this paragraph, Saint Peter cursed the lady. He says, she shall build or she shall live like birds, and she shall get a scanty means very little food, and by boring means making a hole, boring and boring and boring all day in the hard dry wood. This will be work of the bird. Can you tell me how does Saint Peter curse the old woman? Saint Peter curses the woman to be a bird. She will have to build a nest as the birds do. She will get her scanty food by boring hard wood all the day. My second question to this paragraph: what will the old lady build for her living? The old lady has been changed to a woodpecker. So she will have to build a nest for her dwelling like a woodpecker. My third question from this paragraph: what will the old lady have to do to get her scanty food? The old lady will get a scanty food even after boring the hardwood all day. Can you find a word which means making holes in hardwood? That is boring, boring. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. When Saint Peter told the words, the lady went up through the chimney. Chimney is a structure in the roof through which a smoke is carried away. Never speaking a word. She could not speak a word after the curse of Saint Peter, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, means she became a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. This was the effect of the curse of Saint Peter. Can you tell me what was the effect of Saint Peter's curse on the old lady? Saint Peter's curse had its immediate effect. She was changed to a bird, or you can say she was changed to a woodpecker. My second question to this paragraph: what did the old lady do after she had been changed to a bird? She went up through the chimney. She never uttered, or she never spoke a word, and she flew away. What particular bird was she changed to? You have to write the name, that is woodpecker. She was changed to a woodpecker. Can you find a word in this paragraph which means a space in the roof for the smoke to come out. That is chimney. Paragraph number 15. She had a scarlet cap on her head. Scarlet is bright red. Cap on her head, you can see a structure on the head of woodpecker. And that was left the same. Left the same means not touched. But all the rest of her clothes were burned. Black as a coal in the flame. Flame is flame of fire. The poet describes the lady or woodpecker. She had a scarlet cap on her head. The poet describes the head of the woodpecker, and that was left the same. But all the rest of her clothes were burned, means other part of body. The poet describes black. It was black color, as a coal in the flame. Now you have to answer my questions. Which part of her dress was left the same even when the old lady was changed to a woodpecker? The old lady's scarlet cap was left untouched. She was changed to a woodpecker, but the color of her cap remained the same. My second question from this paragraph: what happened to the clothes the old lady was wearing? All her clothes were burnt in the fire. They were changed to black. It means the woodpecker's body became black in color. My third question to you from this paragraph: what light do these lines throw on Saint Peter? Saint Peter was a noble saint. Generally, saints are not easily provoked or incited, but Saint Peter also suffered from this little human weakness. He became angry when the greedy lady did not oblige him by giving a cake. Can you tell a word from this paragraph which means visible part of a fire? That is flame. And every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. Every country schoolboy in countryside, a schoolboy or any boy can see, has seen her, has seen a woodpecker in the forest. Where she lives means the woodpecker lives in the trees till this very day, in present also, boring and boring for food. He bores, makes hole for food. The woodpecker bores in the tree for food. Now, can you tell me a question, answer of a question? The poem is a legend of an old lady and greedy lady. How? The poem is a legend of an old lady and greedy lady. She was cursed by Saint Peter. It is an old story. The people of the Northland have been narrating it down the ages since Saint Peter's time. My second question to you from this paragraph: how has her story become a part of the folklore of the Northland? The story of the greedy old woman has become a part of the folklore of the Northland. Every country schoolboy knows it. The story has been passed on orally from St. Peter's time to the coming generations. My third question from this paragraph: what does every country schoolboy see in the wood even today? Every country's schoolboy claims that he has seen the old lady. She lives in the trees of the forest till this very day. So, dear children, you should listen this video again and again. I think you will understand. If you have any problem, you may ask your question. Today, I am going to assign you a paragraph for writing your answer in your Google Classroom. You should do. I think you will do. Thank you, dear children. Thank you.